Oh, hello everybody and welcome to the Full Force Racing League broadcast. Today I'm sorry that we're slightly late. We've had a few problems getting everything together, but now we have sorted everything out fully, so we're here to broadcast. It'll be me and Maj with you today. Oh, I've just seen Pickaxe spin there, unfortunately. Well then, Maj will be joining us slightly, but yeah, as I've just mentioned, sorry about this today. This is Division 3. And so far we're a few minutes into the session now, and I hope for a good session all round. Favourites around here, I'm not really too sure because I'm unfamiliar with this division, but I know that Splats is always a front runner and he's always up there, and Fan Vortex, both of those last week put together a brilliant race. So yeah, I really do hope that this will be a good race. So the first people putting in their laps now, we have Big Z, Yaxel there putting in pole 1, Mossa coming in P2, Sky Ripper, who was running really well in practice, I do have to say that. No laps now, we have Big Z. Sorry about this everyone, I'm just trying to get my head around everything because it's my first time actually hosting the race. I'm not too sure if the audio is working. I know my voice will be in here, but the race audio seems to not be here. Oh. Okay, sorry about this guys, just give me a minute while I try and sort this out. Okay guys, I'm back and now the game should have full audio. I'm so sorry about the start of this stream, it has been absolutely dreadful. I hope I can make up for it with some good commentary, but we'll have to just wait and see what happens in this race. So, at the moment now we have K-Trivix currently on P1 with Sky the Ripper in P2. So, coming into this race then. Oh, hello, is someone joining me?
Yeah, Maj.
Yep, so here guys, we have Maj with me today. Maj, I've struggled to set it up, but I'm finally here now and we've got there in the end. But...
Yeah, I just had to check if my audio is still in the stream, and it is, so that's nice. You set it up correctly, looks like it.
Yeah, thank God for that. This has been a struggle, and I'm sorry about everything that's happened in the first 8 minutes, guys. But yeah, I hope the good racing really. So we have both Hasses currently on their outlaps now. We'll see which one is further in the front, and I believe it is Splats about to start his fast lap here. If you go, oh no, sorry, that's absolutely miles away. It's Job on his fast lap. I'm so sorry about this, guys. So coming down now on the first DRS straight, activates that really early, really what you want to do there, up into gear 8 now. Absolutely hammering it towards the first corner. Goes early on the brakes, cuts in, hits the apex very well. Gets on the power nice and early as well out of there on the rubber on the outside of the corner. Again, riding the curbs there, which is what you want to do. You really want to have that car on the edge of the limits as much as you possibly can to squeeze the most out of the track. It's slightly slow through there, and all he loses the steering very slightly. Oh no, Joe. This is... It did start off a good lap, and he's still going to go and set the time, but it has been very shaky. So coming into this, a big lock-up zone for a lot of cars around there. It does not use up all the track on the outside, but it's still early on the DRS and the power coming through now. In this corner, near the apex, but doesn't widen it all the way here. You cannot touch this corner at all. He gets very close, which is where you want to be on the outside there. Cuts back in, uses up all the track limits there. Very good. And there's a car swerving in front, Pick, and he has completely gotten in the way there. You'd like to think this is going to have to go to Stewart's. Joe abandoned the lap there because of Pick just completely cutting him off. Yeah, it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Much. So I'd like to think Joe...
He first was waving in front of him on fast lap. At first I already thought he wanted to give him a slipstream, but it was completely different. Yeah,
he literally was there just weaving on the last... I'm not too sure why, because he went into pits himself straight away, so he just ruined Joe's lap for no reason whatsoever. So really confused about what was going in the mind of Pick X there. However, we have splats now on the back straight around Bahrain, as we have mentioned so far. What will Splats' lap be? Obviously we missed most of it because he was on board with the tow. But where will Splats be for his first qualifying time of the session? And it puts him up to P6. Which is, it's a respectable time on those soft tyres, you know, but you'd like to think a lot of people will get much quicker around here.
Yeah, but to be honest, already Trivix, he already set a pretty decent lap, especially for Division 3.
Oh yeah, very respectable around here. I'd like to think for Div 3 we would possibly be seeing some times where they're dipping into the one... Oh, and there we go. Ooh. Hyperactive DJ. I just rode on board to the end of that.
He heard us. He wasn't happy that we talked about tricks, so he wanted a little bit of...
you know, he wanted to get involved. He wanted to get in the action. See himself on the stream.
Yeah.
Well, big props to himself. But I know this is the main man now. Fan Vortex there, this is the guy who we'd like to think is the favourite in this division. Constantly he's putting in really fast times going around here, so we'll have to see what he can do in this race. But currently on P3 and, you know, 2 tenths off the time, it is very easily gainable. But now we have his teammate, it's Mizar now on P2, separating everyone even more.
Oh, that's insane. Top 4 are separated but by less than 2 tenths.
And we still have more, like Sky the Ripper, who was up there. He's in the pits. He's just going to wait a little bit to come out on his fast lap. And now we have the tow on another outlap. And also, there is a Red Bull on the outlap that ruined him last time. However, this time, luckily, the Red Bull is still in front of him. Sorry, I've been looking at the wrong time. I believe Joe might just be letting the other Red Bull pass. Yes, Sky the Ripper coming out the pits there.
Let's see, Quanale set at 27.1. So, a lot of drivers in low 27s, looks like it. But I'm curious to see if we will see maybe mid or high 26 in this qualifying session.
Oh, they're still yet to join the lobby, so I mean, I will hope that they'll be able to get a lap in, but we'll just have to wait and see because there's 4 minutes left now, so it's really going to be a big push for him to get in.
Wait, is anybody joining?
Yeah, I believe that there's still a few seats that are not filled in the race itself, so 5 people to make up the 20, so it's unfortunate for them that they're not here, but you know, we live and we learn.
That may be cause of some troubles. In Division 1 we had somebody who DNF'd, and I don't know, maybe his connection didn't just broke and he left the lobby. He joined mid-session, which the game didn't took very well, and we needed to restart the lobby, so I hope we don't need to do it again today.
Yeah, but today we would expect Haas to have a good day with Joe the Toe starting his fast lap now. Because Splats are currently P1 and P2 in the driving standards. I feel so sorry for Joe again. Was that the Williams there ruining his fast lap? Oh, Joe has just got no luck. He's having torrid luck in this qualifying session. He's gonna have to try and get around the track, save these tyres, and then set a fast lap.
Invalidated. Maybe he even got invalidated for next lap because he cut it pretty much whole first section. That could be devastating for him.
Alright, so I think it's too far back to invalidate the next lap, but I'll just hope for his sake that he's able to get a good good lap in.
Yeah, and let's hope he even has enough ARS. Enough fuel to do it.
Yeah, because everyone is running very low fuel setups around here. We have K Trivix, who I believe is currently on a fast lap, trying to regain his pole position in the 3rd sector now. And he does not.
Up. Oh, went wide and invalidated.
It's such narrow margins around here. Sky the Ripper was just in front of Joe, and he gains 1 position now on Fan Vortex. So it must have been a good lap there from him. Yaber now, I believe he's coming into the pits.
Let's see what the tow is gonna do. Oh, and looks like it's...
Oh no.
It's end of qualifying for Joe.
That's unfortunate. He's been blocked off there twice. He will not be a happy man at all. There'll be very angry Welsh noises coming from that Haas today.
And already the guys who blocked his 2 laps can expect a big penalty from that.
Yeah.
And
Splats.
please tell me, what the hell Linz is doing in this lobby?
I have no idea whatsoever. I believe that he might be acting as a racing engineer for one of the drivers.
Yeah, but that is not allowed because no, a lot of drivers doesn't have this this option, because in the lobby there can be only 22 players. So you can only have 15 players or drivers and 7 spectators, so there will always be some drivers without engineers, which is not really on the same ground. It's not really fair. So that is gonna probably be removed for next race onwards.
So we have a lot of people coming out for the outlap, but I'm not too sure if they're going to be able to make it. Splats is right on the edge here. Joe has retired from the session. It's been such an unlucky session here for me. Just constantly getting blocked off. We will be very, very annoyed there in the Haas. But here we have Splats now on the fast lap. This is our current championship leader. As he comes around there, gets it very nice on the curbs there as well. Runs it out wide, uses up quite a bit of the track. Comes in, cuts that very nicely there on the power straightaway, uses up the curb again. Very nice lines here from Splats, the championship leader himself.
Who is the car in front of him?
It is the Aston Martin of, I believe, Hyperactive DJ, who is currently the pole sitter. So could there be some little mind games going on here of him possibly blocking Splats? But I do know that he's on a fast lap as well.
So this will be interesting to see. Now, first Hyperactive and right behind him Splats. Could we see 2 improvements?
Splats goes around there. Very nice.
Time. Hyperactive is a little bit down on his lap time, but maybe he can make up the time. Working to the last race.
Splats really goes too deep there on that corner. Will Splats get an improvement from P8? Hyperactive DJ does not improve. Splats gains 1 position over Mad Gamer. We have Fan Vortex also on a fast lap now. Now this is a guy who has proven that he had the pace, especially around Brazil, putting a dominant performance. He's on these curves really well. Will he improve on his time? In the second sector, it is not purple.
Our lobby is glitched. It should be already ending the qualifying, but some drivers still have time. And that happens when drivers join mid-quali. We will probably need to restart the lobby after qualifying.
That is... He takes a checkered flag there. We have 2 drivers, SP Jabber and Matt. And SP has a spin there, Jaber. It's unfortunate. I believe that as soon as they cross the line, it should be all good. And Mad Gamer goes into the pits. And SP Jabber will not improve on his time. So this will be the final order for your qualifying around Bahrain. So we have Hyperactive DJ currently in P1 position. Quayle the Don in P2, It's Mizar P3, K-Trivix P4, Sky the Ripper P5, Fan Vortex P6, Splats down in P7. Now could that possibly hurt any of his championship rides? With his teammate being all the way down in P15 because of mishaps that was going on all around the track. However, Quayle the Don here is currently P4 in the championship, so this could be very good for him if he can push on, potentially get the race win. He has, like, if depending on other results around the track, he could take the lead of the drivers' championship today.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a really interesting race, all down to the top 7 drivers within 3 tenths. Even the guy in top 8, he's only 4 tenths behind. Top 8 are really close to the end. It will be interesting to see the race.
I'll say it's going to be a very interesting race around Bahrain, with all our other divisions proving that this track is not an easy thing to just get your way around. There's been multiple accidents in both of them. Division 2 especially, with 3 safety cars, and the leader of Division 2 in that race for the majority of the laps spinning out. No idea who that could possibly be, but we will not speak about that.
Yeah, I don't know who could it be. Do you know?
No, all I know is that he's probably good looking. So
yeah, I would say that myself, yeah.
Yeah, so around here we just do not want to see that many safety cars. However, we do like to see a little bit of action, drivers getting down with it. That's what we want to see around here. But yeah, hopefully it's just clean, fair racing.
Let's just hope that Joe will not got the same idea as the guy in the Haas on Wednesday.
Yep, definitely. Because the ending of the Division 2 race was absolutely chaotic. It was brilliant. Yeah. If you guys like intense racing that has loads of chaos going on constantly, the Division 2 race last week had it all summed up in one. The session had some problems starting because of the connectivity due to Codemasters, but after that, the racing and qualifying session was just pure drama all the way through.
Yeah, I can really agree with that, and it will be interesting to see. Looks like only us at the boss and Peak it's starting on mediums. Everybody else outside the top 10 prefer to go on softs. Maybe they are betting on like early safety car.
So, I'm surprised that Joe has opted to start on the soft, because around Bahrain, although it is a very risky strategy, the potential that you can get off doing a medium stint at first and then moving on to the soft tire for a one stop is very high. You could also do it the other way around, But the problem with the other way around is once those soft tyres wear out, you can get caught up in the pack slightly. So Joe will not be wanting that to happen to him, and he'll be wanting to gain as many positions as quickly as he possibly can.
Yeah, I actually, when you like said about this strategy, I'm also surprised he didn't try that. He probably has the pace of like top 5 guys in today's race, so if he would go on mediums, he could go wrong and made a lot of positions without even overtaking.
I mean, we have two medium runners here at the moment, so ASA the boss and Pick X. I'm not too sure what strategy they're going to go for completely, but I'd like to hope that it is the one stop, because it can be so strong, and it could possibly win you a race even from as far down as P11. It just all depends on the pace of the people at the top.
Yeah, and don't forget the top 8 were really close in qualifying, so maybe they will scrabble a little bit in the race. You never know, and with that they can make a lot of time. Especially if a lot of drivers are gonna go for 2-stop, especially in the top 10. You can take a look at prediction pit stop strategy, which is soft medium, so 2-stop. And if you go for that strategy, it's a high chance that you're gonna be stuck behind some drivers who are gonna go wrong on their strategy. Hope this makes sense.
Yes, it makes perfect sense there, because the problem with being around this track, if there is some cars out there that are running the 1-stop and you're out there running the 2-stop, you will get stuck behind them. With the DRS being as strong and there's so many different zones around this track, you can definitely get holed up with those drivers who are slightly slower than you, and it can just be detrimental to your race. It could absolutely ruin it. Anyway, as the cars are now lining up on the grid.
So, Fast, your race predictions. Let's see, top 3.
So, with the laps that High Practice DJ was putting in, I'd like to think that he will get the podium, but I feel like you can never write out the boys down at Haas, because they're the championship leaders, driver 1 and driver 2. But now, as it is time to get racing, and we have the 5 lights now. And it's lights out at Bahrain, and away we go as High Practice DJ currently keeps his lead, but up on the inside he goes wheel to wheel there with Quayle the Don. Oh, and this is really good racing, but however High Practice DJ holds on to, and Mercedes runs slightly wide there. There's touches there from the Red Bull and Sky the Ripper.
Ferrari spun SPJ Police around.
But the Joe the Toe has managed to gain a lot of positions there, but how he's biting back with Big Z. He's down in P12.
Yeah, great job from him. Already gained 3 places, and that's maybe why he went for soft. Like, he wanted to be aggressive at the start, so that's probably why.
Yeah, we have Yeber running down, and I don't believe that he has any damage to that Ferrari. He must have just had a spin. But however, Mad the Gamer has also just spun out at the back there. However, going back to the front, High Practice DJ is keeping a little bit of a gap to Quayle the Don, but he is very close there for lap 1. However, after that, it is slowly bunching out the pack slightly, but Fan Vortex is right up the gearbox of K Trivix there. That is going to be extremely close on the straight. If one of them get a bit more of a DRS toe, I mean an ERS toe, sorry, DRS is not yet available, it will be very interesting.
Mad Gamer went around. He was first victim of the long right corner.
He could potentially have already got some damage there. But however, Fan Vortex goes down the move on the inside of K Trivix into the first braking zone of the lap, and he guts out a very clean move there. K Trivix had a slight spin. Oh! And his wheels are locking in between the second Mercedes and Mercedes there, both overtaking that single McLaren. Oh, how unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a little... I didn't see great, but was there any contact?
So the wheels were extremely close. They was basically locked into each other, but I do not believe that there was like any major contact or any damage that did occur from there. But however,
Okay,
K
so it was
Trivix,
also...
yeah, K Trivix is falling off the place, and now he has the championship leader Splats right behind him up that gearbox again with the predicted race strategy there. He'd like to think that he's going to go for the medium.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, because here around here tire wear is really high, especially on soft, so maybe soft, medium for drivers who cannot manage their tires that great would be a viable option. We have yellow flag, sector 3.
Pick, I believe, there had a little bit of an incident in the second to last corner. He might have been going up the hill and lost it again, like many drivers have.
Oh, but take a look at the Joe. He's already 9. That's a great progress by him.
Yeah, this is Joe now. He's racing with a passion after that qualifying session, surely burning into him, and he wants to get going now and gain those positions that he does. And Big Z has a 3-second time penalty. I'm not too sure what happened there, because he did lose some positions, and yeah, I'm not too sure if he got tangled up with another driver, but we'll have to wait and see. Joe now is going to chase down some other drivers. We have K Trivix there looking for a move on 8MIZER. It's not there, but however he will have DRS on this next straight. Will there be potential for a move? Because he's right behind him here, and Splats is right behind them as well.
Yeah, and behind the Williams, the tow is slightly catching them. Not fast, but slowly and surely.
Oh, and he makes a brilliant move up the inside there. Oh, but however, it's MIZER coming back on the inside. Now, this is a curb that you don't want to be fighting, and it's MIZER has just gave away the position there. It's a smart move because you don't want to be battling around there with such narrow margins of like failing, like if you do touch those curves.
Yeah, but we can already see that the drivers already packed in order, and they formed some different trains. The first 4 guys have already escaped, and they are 2 seconds ahead. And then you have from P5.
Oh, and there's contact! There was contact there between K Trivix and MIZER, and Splats has lost out big time here with Yaxel overtaking him. Anyway, back to you, Maj. What will you have to say?
Oh, I just wanted to say that it's already a lot of DRS trains forming, and first guys from 1 to 4 already are not seen, so we can already predict one of their force is gonna fight for a win.
Yeah, Splats is really getting caught up and really struggling here within this crowd. So the battle at the front between Hyperactive DJ, Quaalude Don and Fan Vortex. I mean, just look at how closely packed together they are. It's almost as if it's the same as the race started. You'd like to think that there is going to be some serious overtaking movement here when we get to the main straight. You want to harvest your battery along this back straight. And Splats has got past Yaxel there. And Moss has also got past Toe, with Pick having another 3-second penalty on this race. Fan Vortex might be too far back, but Quayle is definitely not too far back on Sky the Ripper, but he has DRS as well. High Practice DJ going on the inside. And it's very clean there from all of them. There is absolutely no movement within that top 4 bracket. What is all battling each other?
Yeah, and meanwhile we were talking about that Yaxel went to the pits. He got some front wing damage.
Yeah, potentially.
I don't know from where. Maybe collision with Splats, maybe?
Yeah, because they was constantly going at it and battling, so it has to be damaged, because lap 5 is way too early for a pit stop around Bahrain.
Not even that early. If you want to go for 2 stop with both tires to go on medium, it's I think the pit window is predicted lap 6, so maybe he went for undercut, but I definitely saw some front wing damage on his car.
And Sky the Ripper there going for a move to gain the race lead, and there's slight contact there, but Hyperactive DM makes to hold on to this lead even more. Wow, this is brilliant racing at the moment between the Red Bull and the Aston Martin. Sky the Ripper there, just popping ERS to try and gain. High Practice DJ has 20% more ERS. But now down the main straight, everybody in the top 4 is vulnerable here. Look at how closely packed together they are. And Fan Vortex with absolutely loads of ERS there to get past Quayle Don. Which is he going to go for a move? I believe he has Sky the Ripper right on the inside. Oh, and the 2 Red Bull sister teams are nearly coming together and having a big collision. But Quayle Don just slots behind Fan Vortex there. But Sky the Ripper fighting now with the Aston. High Practice DJ on the inside. And it's still wheel to wheel going around this very fast second sector where you have to be on the power constantly all the way through. High Practice DJ managed to hold on to the lead yet again. He will not let this go.
Oh, this is really a close racing. It's impressive to see them how they race side by side. But their battling is really hurting them because Drivix and Itomizer, they already came at the back of them, so this is 6-way battle for the lead now.
Yeah, so Fan Vortex finally gets past his man there, Quayle Don in the Alpha Tauri. And there has been an accident, and I believe that is Mad Gamer again with another spin in Sector 2. Quayle Don, he is falling behind here. You'd like to think maybe did he take damage on that very first corner where he got very close to Sky the Ripper in the sister Red Bull team. Will he be going for a pit here? Yes, he will. So is there potential damage there as you jump?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I don't think it's damage. We can see. I'm in the pits with him right now, and it's just a pit window, no front wing change. So he opted for undercut. Okay,
it's very smart then.
Yeah, because like the front guys are really battling, so the undercut is maybe really a great strategy. Especially if they fight on their in laps and he can get out of their race with that. So
we have a nice little thing. It's all right. There's no worries about being interrupted here because we're both really into the racing. We have a little almost real like F1 sports channel going on there where we have Maj in the pits giving us live updates from down there.
Yeah, and talking about the pits, Mad Gamer is in it, so the probably yellow flag in Sector 2 gave him some damage. And he's already nearly a lap down, only a sector to go.
And Fan Vortex goes for a move. Oh, but it is very well fought back there by Sky the Ripper with the leader, High Practice DJ, going in for his first pit stop of the race, leaving Fan Vortex and Sky Ripper to scrap it out down into the first corner, and Sky takes that very well.
And now we can see if Quanel, or who already pitted a lap before, is gonna come out ahead or not. So Quanel coming out, and he's side by side.
Oh, and the High Practice. Oh, he just about manages to maintain that there. Very close. But he will have DRS here, so into the next corner, both on the medium tyres. Obviously, Quayle the Dons are more warmed up. He goes for down the inside there, and there's contact!
Ooh. Yeah, luckily it wasn't any major collision, but it still was contact. It could happen something really bad.
Joe the Toe currently up in P3, still on the soft tyres after 8 laps. So Maj, would you like to think our little conversation about the one stop is going to come into effect around here?
Yeah, because he's already in pit window for hards to the end of the race, but to be honest, hards are pretty awful around this track, so if he can scratch it until the lap 13, it would be hard, but still, we will see. It will be interesting to see what he does.
Just going to interrupt you there, Maj, as both the leaders of the race, who was behind High Practice J, come in for their pit stops now. With, I believe, yeah, Skye is currently the leader of both of them, but where is High Practice DJ currently coming down the back straight? Will he beat both of them out? And he does with ease. There is absolutely miles of space there.
Yeah, the battling really costed them. Like, worn tires and then the battling, it was expected that they will lost a lot of time.
So Joe has just come out of his pit and he currently has the medium tyres on. So there is an option here where he could go for the 2-stop, or he could possibly go for the 1-stop and just try and see how long he can last these tyres out for. Be very interesting to see as the race goes on.
Yeah, it will be interesting, but I'm kinda curious what actually happened to Joe, because he was only about 2 or 3 seconds behind Splats before like they went to the pits.
Yeah.
And now the gap is a lot more bigger, so
maybe he might have had
some mistake.
Yeah, potential accident there from the toe that may have put him a bit further behind, or it could just be the lifespan of the tyres, just like those softs slowly giving up and degrading away.
But now, HyperX and Quanel, what I was talking about a little bit earlier, 2-stoppers have a lot of, how would say, not ideal situations, because they need to overtake slower guys now.
Yeah, as AS the boss has DRS as well, and he's going to keep Quayle the Don behind him here into the first braking zone. Oh, will Quayle go up the inside? Here it is, very wheel-to-wheel battles, and ASA, the boss, backs out of that battle there, which is very wise, because now he's got the DRS going up the inside possibly, but no, he chooses not to and does not activate the DRS. I feel like he knows what his battle is, and he does not want to be getting tangled up with any of the leaders here.
Yeah, and fair play to him to leave the space there. Out of drivers would not do that.
I mean, we even seen it in the qualifying session now. Pick, who is currently in P1 of the race, but I believe that's because he is yet to go in the pits. Well,
yeah, he still need to pits. He started on mediums, which is pretty brave, look, by the looks of it, because nobody else opted for that strategy.
Yeah, but the thing, when he does come out the pits though, how far behind will he be? Because he's very far up that road, and Fan Vortex and Sky Ripper do now get past ASA the boss as well. And there is a spin there! Sky Ripper up the hill around Bahrain in the third sector, just approaching it, has spun the car really unfortunately there. It is such a hot spot to get around, and many people do spin.
Quanel nearly made a contact with SP Jaber, who is coming into the pits now. And SP Jaber, he started on soft, so he went until the lap 10. Maybe he opted for 1-stop strategy today.
Yeah, I mean, we did speak to him about this before when he was in the practice lobby with us. He has thought about that 1-stop, but who knows,
yeah,
would he apply it?
Oh, yellow flag, sector 1, and
I believe it was just a little tanglement in the first corner there.
But talking about SP Jaber, I think that his race is pretty much over. He pitted when, like, he was in the battle with the guys who already pitted, and he went on the mediums right now. So, like, the contact at the start really made his race a lot more difficult. Yeah, so let's see, maybe he still can get some points out of it.
Yeah, I mean, there is one very important thing in F1 that makes it so the race is never over, and that is the case of a safety car.
Yeah, but today we have pretty low numbers, if I can say so, and it's a lot less of a chance. And especially Division 3, I'm really impressed with you, because no safety cars to this point. Yesterday in Division 2 there were already 2 at the same time probably.
Yeah, I was saying, in Division 2 there was absolutely loads. It was just carnage all over. However, we have Splats now currently gaining on K Trivix, possibly looking for a move with the DRS, but he has not deployed the ERS yet. I feel like he might wait for the next straight, and he will be putting a move on this McLaren.
Yeah, but looks like that Splats has finally waken up, because before he didn't show that pace, but now he has it. So let's see if he can do something with it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, there in the second straight, he did just drop back a little bit off the exit of the corner. And we have another spin. Pick has retired from the session. Pick is out. That was our current race leader, but because he did not pit, so maybe it was the tyres there just giving way on him. Like he just did not have enough life left in him, and it has ended up in him being in the wall.
Yeah, really unfortunate, because like he still had 5 seconds of advantage over the guys behind him, and like I think that he would be in the fight for the win today, if not for this DNF.
I believe that even though he did take that 5-second gap, he was yet to pit. So I mean,
yeah,
that
like
could have
all other guys needs to pit too, so they were on even ground.
So then we have the front three that was battling earlier. Obviously Skay the Ripper had a slight incident where he spun, but the front three of the others is still the same, with Quayler Don right behind High Practice DJ, and he's surely going to get the run there with ERS deployed as well as ERS on the inside of the corner, claims it as his own, slightly hits the curb there, and will this allow High Practice DJ to get back at him? And Quayler Don really going defensive there, getting the inside, trying to break any possible chance of getting the slipstream. And Fan Vortex is right behind High Practice DJ there. This is brilliant racing. Carry on, Maj.
Yeah, and I think that Vortex in this fight has the best options available, because he's the only one who has somewhat decent DRS. He's currently on 75%, while the other guys are under 25%.
Yeah, I mean, Quayler Don, his battery is empty. He's even deploying it here. He's just trying to get a bit more defense against High Practice DJ. Whereas Fan Vortex, he is deploying it now, looking for a move on the inside, but chooses wisely to back out.
Let's take a look where the battles are. Somewhere else. Splats is 7 times behind Trivix, while Asad also gets 3 seconds of time penalty.
And there's many incidents going on here as the Williams goes off the track in P7. Big Z's now right behind him. He has got that ERS deployed. Will he be looking for a move down here on the main straight with Moss right behind him? He goes for a move possibly up the inside. The wheels are really close to each other there. As he activates the ERS here. Now the DRS.
Sorry to interrupting you, but the top 3 guys, they made a lot of contact in turn 1. And Cornel lost a lot of time with this.
Yeah, he really has lost out there big time. Anyway, with the other fight, we have Bigsy going up and then Mossa overtaking AS the boss there in the Williams, who had a slight incident in sector 3. But here we have our front 3 fighting now. Quayler Don is not going to give this up, and he's trying his hardest to get back into the fight with the top 2. He does not want to drop out that DRS, but within that little incident, it has allowed Trivix to get possibly within DRS range now. He's slightly outside. Will he get it on this straight? No, he won't, but one person behind him will, and that is the German of Splats.
Yeah, Splats looking like he's a bit racy now when he like...
Oh, just as we speak! There is a spin from the German in the Haas there. Splats hitting the too much of the curb on the outside and spinning the back end around. So unfortunate there. But now we have Fan Vortex. Will he make a move on this straight match? What do you think?
Fan Vortex, I think he's gonna do it, and then he's just gonna use his ARS to try to pull away and make a gap over 1 second. And
there is the move that we was waiting for to get him well clear of the Aston Martin. Gets the braking on slightly wide, whereas High Practice DJ there gets really on the racing line. He's going to activate DRS here. No ERS deployment. I believe Fan Vortex is, and there's not a move on there. But K Trivix, yeah, he's just too far behind Quayle the Don there to make a move.
And meanwhile, Joe made, I think, the double pass to get into top 7.
Very good work there from Joe. And now we have both of the Hasses, our current championship 1-2 in the order that it is currently in the race. And they're right next to each other.
Cornell went a little bit wide. Triggs is right behind his diffuser. They are really close.
Cornell done there with a 3-second penalty. Could that potentially take him out of the race win contentions there? Because he's currently falling behind because of a few collisions, and now with that 3-second penalty, it will be hard to get a 3-second gap to win this race.
Yeah, especially with this field, which is so close. I think it's impossible for him to even get a podium with this penalty.
Yeah, we just have to hope that he has the pace now with K Trivix making a move. Oh! And that was a really late swerve there from. Oh, and there's contact again with the McLaren and the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, what's not the best clean drive I've ever seen.
No, we was just praising this Division 4 being clean, and now they've just gone and done that there. And the McLaren. I believe the McLaren was just frustrated at the move that the AlphaTauri tried to pull out. It was just not on. Meanwhile, Fan Vortex and Hyperactive DJ are now very close with each other on that little straight. These two...
they were side by side and battling going into the turn 4, but nothing happened. But they are on pretty much the same RS now, which is good to see battle.
And Fan Vortex is currently a second ahead, but Hyperactive will come back with the DRS deployment down that straight, an extra 15 miles an hour boost.
Yeah, but Vortex still has a little bit more RS, which he can use on this back straight to try to pull away. We will see what he will do. No, he's not using it. He will let Hyperactive to stay in his DRS zone. And talking about that, Skyripa actually overtook Quanel, who probably got damaged with that contact.
Yeah, I mean, K Trivix and Qualid both made contact with the walls at different points, but now we have Hyperactive DJ down the inside of Fan Vortex and gets the move done there very cleanly indeed, with Fan Vortex just behind him now, coming back on the second DRS straight. And both, Vortex. Interesting, the AlphaTauri and the McLaren pit. So will they be coming out to battle each other straight away?
Nah, there is a little bit of a gap between them. But take a look, Splats and Tow are ready for turn 5. Not the best drive today, but it's still a decent position for them. But they still need to get into the pits, and yellow flag, sector 1.
That is the Ferrari of Jaeber again. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Oh, it's been a sad day down there at Ferrari with a few spins going on there.
Yeah, I agree. So,
and Jaeber has retired from the race there. I believe it just the spins who put him out of contention. He's just called it a day there. It's really unfortunate to see drivers go out this way, but that's racing for you.
Yeah, it's not the most fair or even, how it's put it, beautiful sport all the time. Enjoyable.
Fan Vortex going down the inside of Hyperactive, changing positions once again. And Fan Vortex right on the inside of that corner there. And he allows the Aston Martin to go through, but will he fight it to get ahead? He has deployed the ERS. Hyperactive DJ there going on the inside. Fan Vortex around the outside. Very Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton X. This time they stay within the track limits. And it is the Aston Martin again who does slightly edge forward.
Yeah, actually on the braking zone going into turn 1, nobody got, like they were side by side, so nobody of them got a DRS for second straight. which was crucial for Hyperactive to stay ahead. And Sector 1 yellow flag, Trivix is out.
Retires. Not too sure what happened there. And
Safety
there is
car.
a safety car in Bahrain for Division 3. What will the two leaders do in this situation here? This is brilliant for pretty much the whole of the top 5, because it should allow them all to pit and get back out on track ahead.
Yeah, that was pretty much a savior, and I really want to see the duo of Hess right now. They will pit both of them, and will be really interesting to see how can they progress. Can they get a double podium for today?
Now, if they do get the podium, you'd like to think that, you know, this will be a brilliant drive. And so far then, it is Hyperactive DJ into the pits. Fan Vortex, Sky the Ripper follows them. Splat's coming around the last straight, also going into the pit. Joey's a bit further back here, but you'd like to think that Haas is going for the double stack here, which they are, with the gap there between Joe and Splat enough to get them in there. Moss also follows them into the pits. It's Missa in the pits. Yaxel pit. Quayle the boss, who is on a fresh set of mediums, so he will gain a lot of positions from this and could potentially be in a good place. He will want to get past as many people as possible. Where will he come out? And I believe he's going to split the two Haas cars.
Oh, but I'm really impressed to see that nobody went on softs. Maybe they all used their softs in qualifying, but still, lap 18, 19 is pit window for one stop to go on the softs. So it's really interesting to see that nobody opted for that one.
I'd say, Maj, I'm just going to interrupt you because there is one soft runner. And it is one of the guys at the Haas, like we said, who could potentially be fighting for the podium here. The toe currently down in P6, but on the soft tyre will be so much quicker than his medium compatriots around him.
Yeah, delta difference is around 1.2 between the softs and mediums, if I'm correct. And if the Joe is gonna be lucky, safety car will not come in this lap, but in the next one, which would be really great for him, because he would be able to preserve his softs.
I'll say he is currently trying to get heat in them, but I don't think the safety car is going to come in this lap, as you said.
Oh, I just want to see really beautiful overtakes from Joe today. Just to clip them and just post them of overtakes of the week.
So people in the stream, we currently have 6 people. Would you guys like to put in the comment section who you think is going to get the better start off this safety car and possibly go on to win the race? Let us know in the comments.
Do I check for warnings so we can see who is on the verge of getting one?
Yes, you can look through there. While you just have a quick look through there, I will go through the penalties that have currently been given out. Now, it's Quayle the Don on a 3-second penalty, Bigsy there, as you can see, another 3-second, Mossar on a 3-second, and ASA the Boss on a 9-second penalty.
Okay, but from the top 3 guys, Hyperactive, he already has 2 warnings, but I'm not completely sure if they are just corner cutting or they are for collisions too, because they were a little bit scrappy sometimes, so that's maybe why they got 1 warning. Then Vortex already has 3 warnings, so 1 is for sure for collisions. Sky Ripa has 1, Splats has 1, Quanel already has a penalty, as you said, and Stowe already has 2. So the top 6 guys already have some warnings, some have 2, some have 1, and it will be interesting to see if they get one, because if they get a penalty in this point in the race, they are out of contention for podium, I think, and even if there is a big collision where it's a really like dramatic crash, I think it's pretty much game over if you get a penalty.
Yeah, I believe that the safety car will come in this lap. And Maj, from Division 2, we know what happened last time, that an Aston Martin was leading with a safety car interruption.
Yeah, I don't know, like this game, at the start of the game cycle, sorry, but like at the start of this game it was completely, what is the two doing? Or Splats, he was driving off the track and Splats drove off the track and allowed Quanel to get past him.
Okay, very interesting movements there from the house. I'm not too sure where the tactics really play into that, but yeah. I think it was sleepy time for the German boy, and Hyper Vortex has been done over by the safety car. Same glitch as yesterday. I really do feel his pain here. Fan Vortex, will he be getting a move down? I don't think so. Sky the Ripper on Fan Vortex, not there. But here comes Quayle and makes contact with Fan Vortex in the Mercedes again. And this allowed Sky the Ripper to go straight through. Quayle is really not having a good race today, with multiple collisions, once with K Trivix and now with the Mercedes of Fan Vortex, who will not be appreciative of that at all. Splats and Bigsy currently battling out wheel to wheel, and Bigsy goes round the outside of Splats. That was a really good move there. Now
Splats is just falling down the order, everybody is attacking him.
Is there a problem there down in the Haas? And Fan Vortex now has got a 3-second penalty as well.
Yeah, I was talking about that, and 3 seconds pretty much over for him. But he's on softs. He needs to get a move on, because at the end of the race his tires are not gonna feel that great. So he needs to make the most of them right now.
Well, I'd say currently as well, Joe is in a podium position because the 2 cars ahead of him have 3-second penalties.
Yeah.
So the toe now coming back, the soft tyres will be so much quicker, and now DRS will be back online for the races, I believe.
Let's take cut Vortex. Vortex going down inside, and no.
Very close there with Sky Reaper.
Yeah, it was just on the verge of maybe spinning out.
All the cars lining up behind very nicely there. Very clean moves.
Splats, after that slow restart, he's right on the diffuser of
oh, and Sky the Ripper has spun again!
Oh.
It's been a really bad day there as well, with the safety car bringing him back in contention for a possible race win, and he manages to spin the car again. So unfortunate, with Bigsy now spinning as well in the Alpine. What is going on out there on the track? There's been 2 spins now on lap 22 after the restart.
Does Splats maybe have a front wing damage? I didn't saw what happened there, but it looked like he kinda pushed Bigsy out of the way.
By the look of it, Splats' front wing is in contact, but we shall find out very soon on this whether he goes into the pit stop or not. And Splats stays out, defending very hard now against It's Mizar. Will he hold on to his position?
Mad Gamer going for the really close.
Very close, but clean driving there from all the 3 boys there from P5 to P7. Mad Gamer now in DRS, and he chooses to back out.
And Joe, what's happening to him? He has fallen out of ARS. Maybe some mistakes, or already Soft's giving up on him?
The Soft should not be giving up this early. You'd like to think that they have at least 2 more laps of like fast life in them, but Maybe he's just struggling with them there, being quite far away from the apex of that corner.
He really needs to get a move on. He needs to get into DRS detection already at the end of this lap, because the next lap they will get DRS, I think.
Oh, and Joe there, the car was understeering as he was going up the hill. But now other close battles to near the front, and there is another spin, and I believe that was Big Z again, potentially.
Yeah, I haven't saw that very well, and also the boss going into the he went down the inside, but nothing happened after that. And Itemizer has got a move on Splats. So all the work Splats has done lap before is now out. So let's see. Yeah, the only real battle where the drivers are really close is the battle for what? I don't understand what Splats is doing this race. He's just letting drivers by. He just lets Mad Gamer by him.
Unless he potentially does have damage from what we was going on about earlier, and he knows that he's not going to be able to keep him behind.
Yeah, but like his front wing looks completely fine, and he doesn't get any understeer.
I feel like it's just a bad day down there in the house for the German.
But on the other end of the garage, the tow is he's falling a little bit behind. He needs to stay within these 3 seconds, or else he's not gonna get P2.
I mean, with Itemizer very close behind him, he could potentially lose out even more positions here, because Itemizer is on the medium tyres, which, like, around about now will slowly start to become the better tyre.
Yeah, great catch. And meanwhile, Vortex with the fastest lap. The guys has really spread out. Currently there is not a lot of battles, and meanwhile I said that Skyripa went for the overtake on Big Z, and he made it stick.
Yeah. It'll take a lot for Sky the Ripper now to catch up to Splats, but I mean, Sky the Ripper, he's one of the front runners, so let's hope that he can, for like his sake, just get some extra points. But Splats, the current championship leader, he might be losing out here big time on points.
Yeah, really, I don't know what happened. Maybe was there some game glitch today too, like he got illegal overtake, or I don't know. Like, it was really strange. Maybe he also has some problems on his end, because like he just went straight, he didn't even turn under the safety car. That's why he lost a position. Maybe we will know and get some information after the race, but for now we don't really have any.
So now we have Splats behind Mad Gamer looking to make a move, which he does on the inside with ERS deploys. Itemizer now just in front, but it's very late brakes on the Alfa Romeo, looking to get a move back on them. And Mad Gamer picks up a 3-second penalty, which will be good for the runner of Splats.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter for him, he's already ahead of him. He now needs to focus on Itemizer. And Sector 1, yellow flag is...
Yaxel, I believe, there with a spin from...
Yeah. And Big Z and Dasa the boss have a great scrabble. Diant has all landed well, so no major contact there.
And as we speak, the toe is about to fall out of the podium positions, I believe now, with the gap currently being 2.7, and the 2 people ahead of him with the 3-second penalties still.
Yeah, really unfortunate because he was there. He only needed maybe 2/10 more to get into DRS, which would really save him. And now Quaneil will get the DRS, which will just confirm your theory, and he will get out of this 3 seconds window. But Joe will have other problem now, because Itomizer is coming, and behind him is his teammate. So Itomizer is just dragging Splats and Mad Gamer towards him.
So the toe is now out of a podium position. Splats. Oh, there was a little wobble there from Itomizer in the Mercedes. Will Splats capitalise? He does not activate the ERS to make a move. You'd like to think these people now are just shaving this for the very last lap, and then they will dump the whole battery into the car just to try and gain every single little bit of time they can.
Yeah, now the gaps have closed a little bit, especially for fights for P4.
Yeah, Itomizer is really up the gearbox of Joe now. Those soft tyres are really starting to struggle.
What they should have done now, I think, is that Splats, who has the most battery of all of them, just overtake both of them on the main straight and try to, I don't know, a little bit hold back the Itomizer, so that Joe will have a chance, still a chance, to get P4, P5.
Yeah, they really need to play the team game here. So this is all in Splat's hands now. Hopefully he can hold back Itomizer, but he does have DRS on the toe, and the toe, will he be defenseless here as Itomizer goes around the outside, possibly on the first corner, gets the braking, and he turns in on the toe there, very close to making contact, and Splats goes past him as well, which was the fear that we had with Mad Gamer right behind them now. Toe losing out 2 positions in the first corner.
Yeah, the only thing that Toe needs to do now is just to try to stick with them for the final DRS straight, because Itomizer, he doesn't have any DRS left, so he will be pretty much as good as that on the main straight, while Splats, it's in really great position. He has 40% of DRS, while the Toe, he doesn't have much, but he still has more as... Oh, there was contact, Splats and Itomizer going side by side.
And he's pushing him off the track there. Itomizer with Splats going very close to the wall. And Joe on the inside of both of them.
Oh, this is not a great battle. Like, it's a great battle to watch, but it was not really clean.
Splats there, nearly going into the back of his teammate.
Oh, Mad Gamer, oh. He just wanted a little bit too much. Now they are in perfect position to make this one, because the Toe, who doesn't have that much DRS, he will get DRS, he can overtake Itomizer, and Splats can overtake both of them with his DRS, which he has. But the Toe
seems to be holding back, but he is going for a move on the outside with Splats on the inside, and Splats holds back there, and the Toe very close there, makes contact with the Mercedes.
Itomizer squeezed Splats a little bit too much, I think, there.
Splat switches it back, goes around the inside, backs out of that one there. The very last lap, this is going to be an intense last few corners now. Joe the Toe is currently holding his position of P4. He's out potential position for the podium. Splats there with a touch. Again. But he gets to run on Itomizer, going into the DRS straight. Itomizer now currently behind Splats and Joe, both the Hassies, up into P4, P5. Itomizer with no DRS.
Really great scrambler, but like there was a little bit contact. I just hope any of this doesn't get reported, because it's just car racing and these things happen sometimes. So I hope that they will not try to change the results because of the just little touches.
But will Splats make a move on his teammate? I do not think he will, because they have good chemistry, but he will be looking at it. Joe now in P4, Splats P5, And he manages to stay like that. But anyway, your race winner here at Bahrain today, Hyperactive DJ, put in a brilliant defensive performance there to hold many people back. And there was a spin right at the end from ASA Boss, with Yaxel right behind him, who will finish ahead of him due to penalties. And there we have it, in Bahrain.
It was, from my perspective, a really great race to watch. We had a lot of overtakes. Some were clean, some were not so much, but still was really enjoyable to watch it. And for the driver of the day, who is your pick?
It just came up on the screen, but you have to give it to Joe. With the qualifying session that he had, constantly being held up and blocked off, he never even set a time to come into the race and grabbing a P4. That is unbelievable there from the British driver in the Haas.
Yeah, I agree with him. They're really unlucky qualifying. He got blocked both of his hot laps, and then just to come back in the race, yeah, he was a little bit lucky with this safety car, like free pit stop, but still amazing job. And he's the only one who risked on softs, so especially congrats to him to make this soft strategy work. And like, we need to congratulate all of the drivers who finished the race actually, because it's really the difficult track to get by. And so
our podium here today is Hyperactive DJ, Fan Vortex, and Quayle the Don. While he's here, we could do a quick interview with our driver of the day, the Toe. So Joe, what did you make of that race? Yeah, definitely. With that performance there, we've seen you get held up in qualifying so much by different drivers and you never set a time. But to put in that performance to get yourself P4 is unbelievable, quite frankly.
Oh, cheers, mate. No, I was honestly, well, obviously started dead last. I was fearing the worst. My first lap, I think it was pick in the Red Bull. On the racing line, I had to abort that lap. And then as I was going for my second lap, Yaxel, I think it was, come up the pits literally right on the apex. So I was pretty annoyed, not going to lie. I was pretty annoyed going into the race, starting last. And I knew I had to make some moves. Usually I'm pretty patient, but I knew I had to make some moves today. And honestly, for us to get full M5, because Splats I think started down in 8th, and neither of us are a fan of this track, so I don't think today could have gone any better. Obviously I was looking for the podium with those penalties, but the softs I put on under the safety car, they were used softs, so they wore off pretty quick, unfortunately. I didn't have the tyres.
Alright, and yeah, so Joe, we've seen that you was right up there just behind the podium positions and then you slowly fell back. Was that just purely down to those softs just degrading like very quickly?
Yes, on I think it was on lap 28, my front left was on 61. So I was literally clinging on, but we did a bit of teamwork passing the Mercedes.
Yeah, that was brilliant
on the last lap, and we both managed to get it done, thankfully.
Right, so then that was our driver of the day from me and Maj ourselves, Joe the Toe. Well done your performance.
I just want to give a shout out to obviously my teammate Splats as well. He's here with me, but honestly, for us to get 4-5, that was a good team performance again. Splats drove amazingly. Kept the comms up during the race, and I'm really chuffed with how that went for both of us, considering we both hate Bahrain.
So that is something that we like to see our drivers happy.
Very happy.
So Maj, anything that you would like to add on to this?
I don't think that I think that you asked already everything I wanted, so that's pretty much it.
Very good. So
I just want to say cheers, guys, for doing the comms on Div 3 as well. Me and Splats, we absolutely love doing the comms on Div 1 and 2. We've had a really good week commentating at Bahrain this week. So yeah, cheers for you guys. Honestly, we really appreciate it, and I'm sure Splats as well will watch the stream back later.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So about
no, cheers guys, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for the kind words, Joe. So about the stream today, I'm sorry that we started slightly late, guys. We were just trying to sort everything out. I'm very new to hosting it, so I know my performance might have been a bit lackluster. I'll try and develop on that as much as I possibly can, and the same thing will go for me and Maj. We are possibly going to be back in this commentary room next week if you would like us. But yeah, anything else that you'd like to add on to that, Maj?
Pretty much nothing, because like we covered everything. You ask every question, and probably if everything will go fine in this stream, you can expect commentary and interviews from the top 3 guys from maybe even after 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah. Can I just add a word, guys? If anyone's still listening to the stream, I myself, probably with the help of Splats as well, if you want to gather your sort of highlights, maybe your best overtakes of the season, I'm going to look at doing a mid-season review for Division 1 and 2, maybe a 10-minute video, maybe a little bit talking me and Splats, and we're going to try and show some of you guys doing your best overtakes. So please, if you've got any in mind, please click them, get them ready, and there'll be a message on Discord, I'm pretty sure, soon.
Okay, so I believe that is it, and we will wrap up tonight's stream of Division 3 Round 6 at Bahrain. I've had a brilliant night, and I'd like to think Maj has too. So guys, take care for the rest of today, and we'll see you around.
Cheers guys, thank you.